Hi there, this is Tyler from ElectricShaverGuide.com, and today we're going to do a review of the Braun Series 7 790cc. I've been using this shaver for the last several weeks. I am a big fan, but today we're going to try to do a thorough and fair review. So let's get started right away. We're going to throw up a bit of a table of contents in case you want to jump ahead to different sections, or you can just watch the whole review straight through. Let's find out what you get inside the box of the Braun Series 7 790cc. And just a quick point, the Braun 9595 is the same model, and the Braun 760cc is very similar to this one. The only difference is this one has a quick clean feature and the battery display is a bit different. So you're going to get, of course, the electric razor itself. You're going to get 1 month supply of the Braun Clean and Renew liquid. You're going to get a little traveling case, cleaning brush, a set of instructions, electrical cord, and of course the charging base and the cleaning station. Just a quick point on traveling. It does accommodate you if you want to travel, because you can use that electric cord directly with the shaver to use it, and of course you can clean this razor manually, so you don't always need to take the base with you if you're going to travel. So let's go ahead and look a bit more detail into this Clean and Renew system. The cleaning system with this shaver is pretty awesome, I must say. Every time you finish a shave, just put your shaver in the base. It's going to clean it, sterilize it, charge it, and you're ready for your next shave. So personally, it's a feature that I am a big fan of, but of course it does come with a bit of an added expense. Within the box, you're going to get 1 month supply of the Braun Clean and Renew liquid, and within a month, if you used it every day, it's going to run out. So you can buy more Braun and Renew packs, and they go for about $5 a pack. Usually you buy them in a set of 3 for $15, and you can buy these at Best Buy, Walgreens, or you can shop for them online. So $5 a month, $60 a year is a bit of an added expense. Personally, for the luxury of having your shaver cleaned, I am a big fan of it and I don't mind paying it. But some people will say, of course, $60 extra a year is a bit too expensive. So there are certain ways around this expense. The first way around this expense is to just use the Braun Clean and Renew system perhaps every other day. So do a manual clean once a day, run it through the system the other day. That's going to push $5 for 2 months, $30 a year, not too big of an expense at all. Now if you want it to be very thrifty, you can perhaps just run the cleaning system once a week and do a manual clean 6 days a week. So the only thing with that is that once you put this liquid within the base, after about 8 weeks, whether you use it or not, some of it is going to evaporate and you will lose some of it. So what you can do is, once you remove this cap, keep the cap, and you can actually store it outside of the base to save some of the liquid. So run it through the system once a week, remove it, put the cap back on, and then just do a manual clean for the other days of the week. So that's 2 ways around the expense. Like I said, I'm personally happy to pay $5 to have my shaver cleaned, sterilized after every use. I think it's a bit of a luxury and I think it's a great feature, but if you don't want to pay that, of course, there are certain ways around the expense. Okay? So let's go ahead and set this whole shaver up. You got your base here. You're just going to plug the cord into the side. Okay? Plug that into the electric outlet, and you're good to go. And you're going to get your Clean and Renew liquid, and of course peel the top off, and you can save that top because of what we mentioned earlier about kind of removing this and storing it if you want. And you're just going to take the base, and be careful not to spill it, and slip it in and slip it down, and you're good to go. Once the Braun Clean and Renew liquid has been installed, you really don't have to take it out again until it has run out. So you can see the display on the left. The top light is lit up, indicating that up to 30 cleaning sessions are left. If the second light was lit up, then up to 7 cleaning sessions are left. And if the bottom one is lit up, then of course your Clean and Renew system needs to be replaced. When you're finished every shave, you're just going to take your shaver, line up the back two prongs with the prongs in the base, slip it in, and you'll see that the lights light up on the right. So this shaver is clean. That's why the top light is lit up. If it needed a small clean, the second light would light up, third light for a medium clean, and the bottom light for a more thorough clean. So you'll notice that after every shave, you're typically going to have the top light lit up. And these cleaning processes run about 30 to 40 minutes. And of course there is a quick clean button, this one right here, and that's going to run for about 25 seconds. So it is much faster if you needed your shaver cleaned right away. And what's great is that once you put the shaver in the base, it also charges it. So you can see that the top right there, that's the battery indication light. So this one is fully charged. So in about 10 minutes, it's going to go on standby because it is clean and charged. And if it needed to be clean, what's good is that it won't start cleaning until you press the start button. So this will allow you to charge the shaver without running it through the cleaning system, because you can also clean the shaver manually, which we'll get to right now. Now it's always going to be recommended that you do clean the shaver after every time you use it. So if you're not going to use the base and you're going to conserve some of that Braun Clean and Renew liquid, or if you're traveling, you're going to want to use these other two techniques to clean your shaver. So the first one is simply by removing the foil, and you're going to take the brush and just gently remove any stubble that's in there. So there's a release button, clip that down, pull the foil off, and inside you're going to gently remove any stubble that's in there. And once you're done, you can just clip the foil back on. Okay. And the other way is to run it under warm water while it's on, and just put the shaving head under the water, both sides. And then you're going to release the cap and let it dry. Now one thing that they do recommend, if you do clean the shaver with running water quite often, then you're going to want to periodically put some machine oil on the top of the shaver head here, probably once a week. That's if you're going to use the running water technique to clean the shaver. So it's always recommended to clean the shaver. Leaving the shaver uncleaned is a way to certainly cause problems down the line with the shaver. So if you don't use the base, then use one of these two techniques after every shave. Okay, let's go over the design and some of the specs of the electric shaver. You can see it has a nice high-tech design, fits really well in the hand. Not too big, not too small. Braun's pulsonic technology is found within the head of the razor, 10,000 micro vibrations per minute. This is going to allow you to get a very close shave. It helps lift hairs off your face, so it prevents tugging and pulling. It works really well. The head pivots back and forth, so this is again good for shaving the contours of your face around your neck and chin area. And also there's a lock-in mechanism, so you can lock it in place. So good for your neck and upper lip. It does come with a pop-up trimmer, and usually these aren't too favorable among reviews from a lot of people. However, this one does work well at trimming the sideburns or trimming down your mustache area. On the bottom you can see the display for the battery and the hygiene level. This one is fully charged and clean. And lastly, there is a plus and minus button here, which allows you to go from 3 settings. It's usually recommended that you're going to want to use the most powerful setting. However, if you're new to electric shavers or you have very sensitive skin, you might want to test it out on the lower settings. And if you've come from a rotary shaver or disposable razors, it's usually recommended that you use these razors for about 1 to 3 weeks to get used to them. So if you use it once and it's a bit irritating, you're going to have to grind it out for a week to perhaps get used to it. Personally, before I used this Braun, I was shaving with a disposable razor for about a month or so, jumped onto this, and no problems at all. Okay. As you can see, I've got about 1 day's worth of stubble right here. Okay, a good day's growth. And we're going to go ahead and test the shaver out and and see how it performs. Okay, so you can see there I'm just finishing up. Very, very smooth shave. Very happy with it. Super smooth. Up and down. Really, really smooth. Neck's pretty good too. What you'll find is you don't get a lot of irritation on the neck. Usually with disposable razors, I'm kind of hit or miss with irritation on the neck. Not here at all. Very, very nice and smooth. And you'll notice that I was pressing pretty hard. That's one of the things that you're going to have to do is if you have kind of thick facial hair like mine's pretty thick, you're going to just have to press down and press in pretty good. But other than that, nice smooth shave. Just some final thoughts on the Braun Series 790cc. Overall, it's a great shaver and I do recommend it if it meets your budget. It is a bit more expensive than the other models. It retails for about $269, but online you can find it for a bit cheaper than that. There is the added expense of the Clean and Renew cartridges, like we talked about. It's about $5 a month. Personally, I'm happy to pay that. I'm happy to have my shaver clean, sterilized after every use. You can stretch that to about $5 every 2 months, and of course, like we talked about, if you keep the cap and kind of remove the liquid, you could just use the Clean and Renew once a week. So that expense is there, but there are ways around it. The overall shaving experience, super smooth. My cheeks are very smooth, very close on the lip and chin area. Even the neck area is quite smooth. Maybe not as smooth as a razor on the neck, but the fact that there's no irritation is a huge bonus for that. So that's it. I think if it meets your budget, if you want a high quality shaving unit with all the perks, then I would definitely recommend the Braun Series 7 790cc, and I hope that you get the same results as I got. And if you'd like to read the full review or find other electric shaver reviews, you can click the link in the description, or you can go directly to electricshaverguide.com. Thanks a lot.